What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Auto.nl. My name is Max, and today you join me in Southern California, northeast of San Diego. Look at that. We are on the Palomar mountain, I think, driving up this beautiful mountain road, absolutely insane. And we're here because Porsche is introducing the all-new Carrera S. Now, the S on a Porsche 911 was introduced in 1965 with the 911S, and with that introduction they also introduced the whole idea of that S, which is bigger engine or more power, better suspension, better equipment. So that's the same with this one. Of course, we've got the Carrera 394 horsepower, we've got the GTS 541 horsepower T-Hybrid. We've driven them both, we love them both. This sits right in the middle with 480 horsepower, also price-wise, of course. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at the spec. I'll show you everything that you get on the Carrera S, and then we'll take it on a drive on this beautiful road for a mountain road blast for a change, because yeah, they don't have an unlimited autobahn here in Southern California. Freaking beautiful though, very quiet. Anywho, let's have a look at the car. We've got a Gentian blue car today. Absolutely love this color for the 911. Really nice. It just suits the car so well. We don't get a different bumper design for the S, so the GTS gets the one with those louvres, but the Carrera S, Carrera T all have the same design with a big radar there in the front. We've got the dark headlights on this car as well. You do get, as standard on the Carrera S, 20-inch wheels at the front, 21s at the rear, with a 245 tire at the front, 305 at the rear. You get these bigger brakes compared to the pre-facelift. These are the brakes from the pre-facelift GTS, and that's a recurring theme on this car. You get a lot of stuff from the GTS. You also get the damping hydraulics from the new GTS. You have the same spring rate as before on the Carrera S, but the damping is new. You don't have the helper springs, which you do have on the GTS, so that's the difference. You can get the regular suspension or the PASM Sports suspension, which is 10 millimeters lower. You always have PASM, so you always have adaptive dampers basically. Pirelli P0 rubber on this car. Carbon ceramic brakes are optional on the Carrera S. We also have this gorgeous light leather with this blue accent. Really nice spec, I love this. I think this is what a convertible 911 should look like. Speaking of which, convertible wise, we also have a blue roof. It's 75 kilos heavier than the coupe. That's basically down to reinforcements they've had to make to the chassis and the roll bars and stuff like that. You do get sports suspension as an option on the convertible for the first time. They also changed the suspension slightly, and it has thicker anti-roll bars for the convertible. Sports exhaust as standard on the Carrera S now. 75% of customers chose that option anyway, so Porsche said, okay, let's just throw it in there. And well, this is the most chosen Porsche 911 model there is. 31% of 911 sold is a Carrera S, and the engine is right here, the 3-liter flat 6 twin turbocharged with those turbochargers from the GTS, the previous model. 480 horsepower, so it slots in right between the Carrera and the GTS. As I said, 530 newton meters of torque, which is the same as before. It's 30 horsepower more than before, but the same torque. However, that torque is available over a wider range. So as you can see, I've got a picture here of the torque curve compared to the previous Carrera S. It's available earlier and for a longer period of time. Unfortunately, it's no longer available with a manual gearbox. You get the PDK, you always get the PDK. And I asked the spokesperson for the 911 what the percentage was of PDK versus manual, and he said in most markets it's almost 100% of Carrera S's that was spec'd with a PDK gearbox, and he said we have to homologate every specific version of the car for every market, and it doesn't make sense to do that for those few manual gearbox Carrera S's that are sold. And so he said we have the Carrera T, which is for people who want to drive a manual 911, or you have the GT3 of course, which is 50% manual. But the Carrera T also has all the other options that like a driver's 911 should have. So if you want a manual gearbox, that is the one you should go for. So interior wise, as I said, we have that beautiful two-tone leather. You don't have an analog rev counter anymore, of course, with the 992.2, and you don't have the turn key to start stop anymore, which is a shame. Those two are things that made a 911 a 911, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Other than that, not much has changed here. It's all still very, very good. I love the design. I think it's very pretty, it's good looking, but it's also very efficient. It's very ergonomic. Seats are really good. Seating position is low, and support is very good. Super nice steering wheel, thin rim. It just, all that stuff is just so well engineered and perfected. So let's have a little drive. Alrighty, so Sport Plus, we have this insane road I just found. It is part of the loop that Porsche has made for us today, which is great. It's about 1 hour and 13 minutes going around this Palomar mountain. We're starting at around 900 meters elevation, and we're going up to, I don't know, we'll check when we get up there, but we're going towards the snow. Oh, the great thing about having a convertible, even though I'm not really a convertible lover, but the great thing is that you do hear all those sounds. And with this car in particular, the Carrera S, you hear that turbo blow off really loud, like that. You also hear it spooling up a bit more than before, I think. Oh, but this road and this car, it's just a match made in heaven. So it still retains that critical balance that you want with the Porsche. The fact that it is a super usable daily car. It's very comfortable. Oh, that blow off. It's very comfortable. As I said, it has the more comfortable suspension. It does not have the sport suspension, which is 10 millimeters lower. But oh. Steering feel is great. They really have that hydraulic steering, the 992 generation. It just, they've dialed everything in to perfection. They really have. Brake pedal feel is great. Even though we don't have ceramics, these brakes are pretty good. Oh. This road has to be one of the best I've ever been. It really is. It's just insane. So we're northeast of San Diego. And it's just breathtakingly beautiful out here. It really is. Oh. So compared to the 992.1 generation, so the pre-facelift, as I said, you have a lot of hardware that trickled down from the pre-facelift GTS into the facelift S. Same goes for the regular Carrera model, of course. You have those new turbochargers that came from the previous generation GTS. Those are also on this car. We have some road works ahead here, so just taking it easy. Enjoying this view. Oh, I forgot. We're also picking up some crazy man or woman's drift trail here. Look at that. It just keeps going. It's insane. Left to right here. It's insane. For kilometers this goes on. Someone has drifted up this entire mountain. Look at this. It just keeps going. It's hilarious. So we're at 4,000 feet now. Still keeps going. And then you get this view right here, which is just nuts. So we're at around 1,300 meters now. Whoa. So 0 to 100, 3.3 seconds. 0 to 200, 11.6. I'm going to see if I can do that 0 to 100 somewhere here, well, legally. So if we have that, I'll insert it right now. It also has so much grip, like rear traction is insane. Also very little understeer. There's the limit of the front axle, you can hear it. But then if you put your foot down, it sort of just pushes out. Also, you know, you have that limited slip diff, so the PTV Plus, Porsche torque vectoring differential, whereas the regular Carrera has an open diff. So there are a lot of reasons to go for a Carrera S. I am a sucker for the Carrera base model because I think it just has something very cool. But I have to say that this added power, the differential, the big wheels, I mean, it does add a lot of fun on a road like this, even though I don't think you actually need it here. It is very nice. There's the snow. I think it sounds very good. It still has that naturally aspirated flat six character, even though it's turbocharged, but the way they've been able to retain that character is really, really cool. So let me close the roof. You can do that driving, and it takes about 12 seconds. which is quite quick. And you'll be able to hear that it is actually super quiet in here. So if I close the windows, you still have a lot of sound in here. Of course, you can also customize the car, individualize the car with paint, 14 standard paint colors and 122 painted sample colors additionally. Also have 9 different wheel colors, 5 different roof colors. So even though usually Porsches are spec'd, in the Netherlands at least, a lot are spec'd with black interiors. There you also have 18 different options for the leather. Wow, what a car. Incredible. So, I think, you know, I could keep driving for hours here until my fuel runs out. Oh, look at that view. That's ridiculous. But I might just end it here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me here in Southern California. Never been here before, so really cool to have been here and drive this car over here. Massive thanks to Porsche for the invite. Thanks to you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video, this playlist, and we'll see you at the next one. We'll definitely make sure we drive the Carrera S on the Autobahn as well. Thanks. Bye.